So Neil deGrasse Tyson, the only, tweeted, curious that talented athletes frequently credit God when they win, but we rarely see them blame God when they lose. What are your thoughts on this, Melonie?
I personally don't really think that God probably would change the outcome of a sports game. I mean, there might be a situation of that happening. I can't say God
when he's trying to do
but I don't think that he would.
He's trying to bait, because Neil deGrasse Tyson is an atheist.
Right.
So he's like, ha ha, God doesn't exist. That's what he's doing. And to be honest, players absolutely say stuff like, first of all, they don't thank God for winning. They say like, I'm glad to be here. All glory to God. I've never
they
heard
thank God for even having the opportunity to play the sport, right?
And they say it when they lose too. Like, I have a video coming out on this later. They absolutely do say it when they lose. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you get through a tough loss like this? Well, I just, I put it up to God. They do that all the time. This is like such a dumb, boneheaded mistake. I mean, Neil deGrasse Tyson, by the way, is the guy that went to have a Make-A-Wish kid and told him God didn't exist. Like, that's, I'm not, there's
why was he a Make-A-Wish kid?
Evil.
Like, what Make-A-Wish kid, I can't speak at all. What Make-A-Wish kid was like, bring me Neil deGrasse Tyson? I'm worried about that kid too.
A 9-year-old who has battled a rare brain cancer for over half of his life recently met with Neil deGrasse Tyson thanks to a Make-A-Wish Foundation. Confirm multiple sources. I was telling Oliver about the Big Bang and the evolution of life, and he asked me how God plays in all of this, recounted Dr. Tyson. I laughed. And at first, because it was the dumbest question a kid has ever asked me.
Oh my!
We confront paradoxes. I mean, come on. Either God doesn't care or he can't do much. I mean, Oliver has no empirical evidence to prove God is real. If this article is real, I don't know. Is the hard time satire? Yes, it is. It's satire. Okay.
I was gonna say, what is going on?
Yeah, that's satire.
Okay.
Like, no kid would ask for him, and also like, wow.
Yeah, but he has other like hot takes about God all the time.
Yeah.
How athletes, the athletes sing and being like, we're literally stardust, and that's what makes us special. Let's not forget Neil deGrasse Tyson also said that gender isn't real.
Right.
Emphatically. He is also, by the way, I would pay somebody 5 internets for a simple timeline of Neil deGrasse Tyson's career.
Oh.
Because it sure seems like he got real woke after he got Me Too'd.
Oh,
he got
interesting.
He got Me Too'd in 2018. My question was Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about gender ideology before 2018?
See, this is a good point, because I know people that I have worked with in the gaming industry at gaming companies who could have gotten Me Too'd, and the things that they would say, just highly inappropriate, gross, disgusting things. And talking about different scenarios with different women and all this kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, and then all of a sudden once Me Too started rolling around, they just got super, super woke. And it's like, interesting, because I know some things this person has said that would get them absolutely annihilated.
Here's a clip that I'll share from friend of the show, Jimmy Dore, talking about the best, maybe the funniest man alive, taking on Neil deGrasse Tyson. If you want to share that, yeah, it's short.
He's one of those Neil deGrasse Tyson, who's this Mr. Smarty Pants. He's one of those astrophysicists. I don't even know if that's what he is, but he's a smart guy who talks about the universe.
I also don't know what he is.
He says the universe is blind to our sorrows and indifferent to our pains. Have a nice day.
I love Neil deGrasse Tyson.
No, that's a clever little quip, but there's a mistake there. Not a typo or anything. I mean, a mistake in the theory. Can anyone tell what the mistake in the theory is? I didn't until I saw Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald caught it. He says, Neil, there is a logic flaw in your title little aphorism, and seems quite telling. That seems quite telling. Since you and I are part of the universe, then we would also be indifferent and uncaring. Perhaps you forgot, Neil, that we are not superior to the universe, but merely a fraction of it. Nice day indeed.
Like I mean, he, I don't get why he is like a typical atheist. I don't have problems with atheists. I've spoken. I know Melonie's is seething here, but I don't, because that's their choice. Okay. But I don't like atheists much. Like, I'll say the same thing about vegans. I have no problem.
One and the same, atheists and vegans.
They are.
They
they all postulate. Is that the right word?
Yeah, proselytize.
Yeah, I hate atheists and vegans for the same reason. The ones that are like, my way is the best way. Vegans do this and atheists do this. Not if you're a vegan who doesn't do this, I don't have a problem with you. If you're an atheist who doesn't do this, I don't have a problem with you. But I have met innumerable smug atheists in my life, and they're all the least happy people I've ever known.
Well,
like,
that's the
by a
thing
large margin.
Is like an atheist has no reason to atheist pill people. Why?
Right.
If an atheist is going to try to convince people that God isn't real, then they're just gigantic party poopers. At the end of the day, what's the point? Because, when you have somebody who's a Christian who's evangelizing and stuff, what is the intent? Well, the intent is you want to see people go to heaven. There's actual positive intent there. But when you have atheists who are just making it their mission to try to make people not believe in God, then there's no point to it. It becomes a religion to them. So it's like, there might be some atheists who that's just, they have no belief, and then they just don't really make a spectacle of it. But I'll just say they're not that common.
It's a religion of trying to make everyone as miserable as you in some ways. And I'm not like, there are plenty of atheists who are like, yeah, I don't feel it. I don't believe it. Like,
yeah, that's fine.
Whatever. Oh. Like, there are tons that are not combative about it, but I think it's different when you get a tweet like Neil deGrasse Tyson's, like this one that Jimmy Dore brought up, where you're saying like everything is nothing and I hope you're happy about it. Like, there's so much smugness to that. Like, it's about being miserable, which I find really interesting.
Well, misery loves company.
Same thing. Yeah, it really does.
The fact that he's saying that, like, I have the video about Neil deGrasse Tyson. I don't know if it'll come out later today or tomorrow, but like the whole point is look at these cute funnels I 3D printed, huh?
How adorable.
Yeah. They also double as one half of Madonna's bra from the 80s.
What did you search when you were 3D printing?
Madonna's bra.
Funnels. I think I was searching for funnels. I don't get, like, not only is what Neil deGrasse Tyson is doing that atheist thing, where he's like, there's no God. Ha, 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 ha. It's like, dude, if you look at the replies to his tweet, he gets shredded too. Like, I don't know why the replies aren't showing for you.
Oh, because I'm not logged in on this computer.
Oh, okay. But
I swear. Well, what I also find interesting is he's saying like, oh, athletes only credit God when they win, but we don't see them blame God when they lose. And I think that misses the point of Christianity. Like, I think that you, Neil deGrasse Tyson, are an unhappy person. Yep. And so you want everything to mean nothing. It's similar in some ways, and Melonie might be able to better articulate this, but you'll see people who are always like praying, asking for prayers when something is going wrong, and the question sometimes is, but do you pray when things are going well? And the reality is, like, lots of Christians do.
Lots of people do.
Yeah.
Right. Pray for things that they're grateful for. And I think this assumption that Neil deGrasse Tyson knows what athletes are doing, especially when it comes to their faith lives, is sort of arrogant on its face. And that seems to be sort of his thing, like being self-absorbed and cynical.
Exactly.
You follow him. That seems not fun to me.
Yeah, and he's showing himself just completely ignorant to what Christians are, our thought processes on these type of things is because as Christians, ultimately we pray for God's will to be done and we want blessings, but when we don't get them, like an actual true believer is going to also stand strong during the hard times and also say, well, God is in control. This hard time that is happening right now, God allowed it. So this can make me stronger type thing. It's not to act like Christianity is just, oh, I'm going to be a Christian because I want God to be a personal genie that just gives me what I want. That's not Christianity.
Right.
I think that's exactly it. I think I had a friend say to me once. So my mom died when I was really young, and I was talking about it with a friend one time when we were probably like 14, 15. So you're like asking yourself all the big questions about the world or whatever. And she was like, well, I don't believe in God because a different one of my friends' parents died, and I don't know why God would do that to them. And I was like, yeah, but like the entire time you've known me, I've had a deceased parent. Like that didn't make you question it.
Right.
Well, God does all sorts of things to test us. I mean,
we don't know why things happen, but I also think trying to use God as like your vending machine to get what you want is probably understanding of what it's about. Like, sure, you pray for things that you would like to happen, but it's not like a Christmas list. He's not Santa.
Right, exactly. And I mean, there's even a Bible passage about people passing away before, like at an early time, that you don't know that they could have been spared from something in the future that could have been horrific for them. So I mean, we don't know that. We don't know the reasons for all of these things.